Oh, hey there, people. How are you now? Yup, we're back on the Sony. Why? My poor GoPro's broken again. Keeps saying SD card error. It's probably just the SD card. This thing doesn't have an SD card in it, does it? Nope. Damn it. And it uses one of those tiny cell phone SD cards, the micros. And I was looking for my GoPro Hero Session to see if it's the actual SD card or if it's the actual camera. And for the life of me, I can't seem to find it. It was right here on my desk, but so is a lot of other shit that I just can't seem to locate. Guess we're back to using this thing, which is a bitch to work with sometimes, but whatever. You know, the Canon doesn't cut it, and other cameras don't cut it, and the one camera I was enjoying using, being the GoPro Hero 4, it's having issues. Whatever. I'm probably gonna have to take it apart. See, the first thing that happened this morning was, I'll show you here. The SD card slot is all jammed up. It doesn't auto, like, you know how with an SD card, you press it in and then it ejects, then when you put it in, you click it in place? Well, that mechanism stopped working a long time ago because, you know, quality design. And probably grass shavings got in there, who knows. This camera was exposed to the elements when I shot a lawnmower video or whippersnipper video and kind of frigged everything up. But I ended up taking the card out today using a flathead screwdriver and getting it underneath, like on top of the card, there's like a little lip there, and then using the housing of the camera to pry against and pull the card out. But the actual mechanism's still shot. So this poor camera, man, she films pretty good. Like last night, I filmed a video basically explaining how I really don't care what people think anymore. And I'm not going to upload that video because I decided that by uploading a 35-minute explaining why I don't care, it really shows that I actually care. That and something went wonky with the video too. First off, I don't know how this camera, this GoPro, is changing its settings because the video resolution is 2704 by 1520, 2.7K at 30 frames a second. The second issue is do you see how yellow that is? Like my camera right now is trying to color correct a non-color corrected image. Like this is a scene driving to work. Look at how dark that is. It's unbelievable. So somehow the GoPro got into color correct mode, or got into 2.7K mode I should say, which I'm guessing the highest it can shoot is 30 frames per second, or just defaults to that when it gets into that mode. Somehow the color wasn't set to auto balance, it was set to 6500K, because that's what that looks like. It looks like a 6500K video. I'm thinking ProTune might have been turned off, like I don't know. Like the video itself is not blurry, it's super sharp. I watched the rendered solution. It looks really, really, really clean at 1080p, being downscaled from 2.7K. But I don't like the content in the video, so it's not going up, because bottom line is I should have just made a video saying, you know, call me a liar? I don't care. Because guys, honestly, since I started this weight loss, and this is the whole reason why Bloke quit making videos with the weight loss, is the negativity from people. And you're thinking, well, you're just giving in to the haters. Well, no, that's not the case. It's like you're trying to do something to positively influence your life and make your life better, and you got these cucks out there just gotta be assholes, cause you problems because their lives are complete shit and they don't believe you, they're calling you liars, so on and so forth. And back in the day, yeah, I would have been right pissed off and been like, frig it, I quit. I'm not gonna bother doing this anymore. I don't need it, because actually there's nothing I get out of this except for the joy of making videos. You know, YouTube's shit. Anybody looking to actually do this as a job, you're fucking dumb. If you want to do it as a hobby that pays you a couple bucks every 72 days, then by all means, there you go. But you're more than better off to learn how to make soap and sell it on Etsy. You'll make more profit. But I digress. I'm just saying, back in the day, yeah, I would have been pissed off and fucking mad and uploading a video and just losing my shit. Like even in this video, I don't really lose my shit. I just basically explain like situations, because people are like, oh, quit trying to hide that laptop purchase from your mom. And it's like, I don't really care what my parents think. You know, if I decided to go out tomorrow and buy myself not a motorhome, but like a trailer, a camper trailer, there's nothing they could say because I earned my money. They might be concerned that I'm blowing my money. They might, you know, sound off their concern for my frivolous spending. But in the end, I go to work, I earn the money, I get to spend it. This is the whole reason why I'm single as well, because back in the day, let me tell you, if I spent money with my ex, she would get mad because I got something new and she didn't, and in her mind, if I got something new, I should have bought her something new. But when she made money and she bought something new, and I had to enjoy the fact that she was happy. Estrogen's a fucked up thing. So, yeah, I basically explained how, you know, I was going to use that there to a prelude, because that's roughly around the time when I got into that McJuggernuggets and Kid Behind the Camera, and we all know what happened with those guys, eh? Getting their shit smashed on every video for not doing what their parents wanted. And that's when I tried to talk Dad into maybe becoming the Psycho Frenchman or the Angry Frenchman, where he comes over here and, what do you mean you don't have a job there, Callius? And then just fucking grabs something of mine and body slams it into the ground and destroys it and gets all mad. Quit going around and get the job there, cocksucker, you know, one of those. But he was like, no, I can't do that. And I understood, like, Dad's kind of a big deal in town, you know. He's always involved in labor council picnics and union shit and stuff like that. And imagine if he gets portrayed on YouTube as the guy who smashes his way taller and bigger son's fucking stuff because he doesn't get a job or something. That would not go over well for him. At the time, all I saw was, like, you know, these guys are making like 2-3 million views a day off of videos where they're smashing potentially already broken stuff. Because let me tell you, faking a GoPro being disconnected, or a GoPro. See, I got GoPro in my mind because I'm really upset that this thing here is acting up, because it was fun to film with. No, smashing an Xbox or a PlayStation isn't exactly hard work to do. You can get a broken one, hook a new one up behind it, and then set it up on a power relay so that the moment the broken one is removed, you could have it. I could rig it up so it would look really authentic, or even just doing a video switch on the television, so that the moment it disconnects, you have somebody with a remote hit video or input to change the input on the TV so that it looks like a disconnect occurred, and then smash it. If it's already broken, you probably picked it up off Kijiji or eBay for 20 bucks, and you're using it as a prop, so whatever, right? So yeah, that was one of the things I explained. I didn't even get hostile in this video, because I'm at a point now where, like, you know, I got people telling me that I lied about that laptop. It wasn't, I bought it and stuff like that, and it's like, I wouldn't have bought that laptop because kind of a pile of shit. I still want to put it up, put Sony Vegas on it and do a render test, because a lot of people say those Ryzens are good for rendering, but at the same time it's a 2 GHz processor, so I can't really see it being that epic. If I were to buy myself a new laptop, I would buy myself a gaming machine, like an actual gaming laptop. All the laptops I've had in my life have been these like real thick milk crate looking things, so I'm used to lugging around a desktop replacement that's heavy and thick and just loud. That's not a problem for me. Like all these little soy boys out there with their Ultrabooks and Mac Airs and all that there. Oh, my laptop's so heavy, it weighs a pound. Like, fuck, lift some weights, bud. You're being a stupid idiot. But, yeah, I'd buy, there was a nice MSI over at Staples for, like, fucking 1,300 bucks. And that's probably what I would get, because it's got a GeForce 1060, an i7 8000 series of, I don't know what the hell the number is. The laptops always get a weird denomination. Probably on par with the 8700s, probably a gigahertz slower. And that's what I would have ended up getting, because it's got the dedicated graphics card, it's got the dedicated 6-core CPU, brilliant screen on it. I think the screen was 4K display, backlit, RGB keyboard, really nice, just a really nice machine. That's what I would get. But it's not like back in the Ontario days where I worked always at night and we would bring in our laptops and play video games on them while we're waiting for stuff to do. This job I have now, I can only bring it in 1 day a month, and that's the Saturday night that I work, because I really don't need a laptop any of the night, because we're busy from dusk till dawn, or from dawn till dusk. Yeah, dawn till dusk. Is it? Which one comes first? Yeah, dusk till dawn, because we go from 11 to 7. Theoretically, I'm there way after dusk. I don't really need a laptop, so I wouldn't have bought a laptop, and this laptop was sent for a back-to-school review, which I kind of put out way too late. So what? I don't care. Fucking... yeah, I just want to make videos. Like, I thought maybe making that review video was a pain in the ass. It took up a lot of my time, and I remembered why I quit doing the Northern Tech, because I just hated doing review videos. Like, I really did. I don't like doing them. They're not fun. They're not as fun as they used to be. Like, people think, oh yeah, but you get the free shit. Who cares, man? You seen all the friggin' shit I got in this room alone? Like, I got too much shit. I need to get rid of some shit. Like, box it up and send it to the recycling center or something. There's way too much shit. Whatever, it's shit. Today, what I want to do is drink my coffee. I want to head over to Shoppers Drug Mart because I found out they have a whey protein powder that I really want. It's really nice stuff. It's got 1 gram of carb. 1 gram of net carbs, I should say. It's got some dietary fiber into it. And the nice thing is gonna make me yawn. The nice thing is they have some awesome flavors, as well as it tastes really good. My coworker bought some last night and I tried some, and I was like, holy shit, this vanilla actually tastes like vanilla. Because what I want to do is I want to make some post-workout fat bombs, which are basically done with whey protein powder and coconut oil. And they're really easy to make, and they're really tasty if done right with good whey protein, because that's your flavoring. So that's why I want to get it. Also, I'm not saying I'm not doing keto anymore. I'm still doing sort of keto, but things have changed. Because I'm introducing more protein to my diet, it kind of doesn't put me in that state of ketosis. But I've realized something. You know, this whole ketosis and all that shit, it's great, it works, you lose weight, but I've also noticed that a lot of the people that I watch on keto, when they're going through their 2-year transformation or their year transformation, they're also not working out. And me, I'm always working out. And I mentioned on the previous video that I haven't lost weight in a while. Well, that being said, I might not be losing weight, but I am losing dimensions. Like this belt I'm wearing right now, I really got to rip a new hole in it. Where the hell's that USB port? There we go. Is that it? Yep, we got her. So like I'm losing dimensions. I'm still losing weight. And the way I see it is as long as you eat right, paleo diet, keto diet, just stay away from processed food and eat natural and count your calories, you're gonna get there. You're gonna lose weight. And you know, being active helps because that's gonna help you burn more calories. Weightlifting helps because the more muscle you build, the more calories your body's gonna burn and get you into a more of a caloric deficiency, but at the same time probably make you want to eat more food because you're going to be burning a lot of energy to rebuild your system. So yeah, I'm still doing keto. It's just I've allowed other foods because of dietary issues, such as not being able to shit for 7 days. That sucks. Man, I fixed one problem on this GoPro and I created another. Now the SD card, well, it still doesn't come out. So you got to basically use like the flathead screwdriver and go in there and pry it out. I don't know if this thing inflated or if it's got smut on it. This here is actually, it's going to be hard not covered up in my hands, so I'll use my vaping tweezers that I use for picking up cotton and stuff. This here is a 32 gig, which is not going to focus on, so that's fine. 32 gig micro SD. I looked around and I forgot my Canon Vixia, that looks like a cosmetic case camera. I have it sitting above on the vape shelf. Man, is that light really, that light's really shit. I gotta fix that. But anyway, it had a 16 gig micro SD class 10 in it. So I'm gonna pop that in here and see what happens. Okay, so it is the SD card because this one here clips in and I can press it and it pops back out. I don't need to use the tweezers. So, whatever. Let's see if this thing will fire up. Okay, so turn back on. 26 minutes of recording. That's pathetic. Okay, let's go ahead and do a format on this and see if we can get some more. That's not where I want to be. That's where I want to be. Okay, so let's go. Where's the format button? Delete. All format. Do. Deleting in progress. You can't see the screen. Oh, because it's already done. Okay, so that's good. So, with it completely cleared, I can film for 44 minutes and 6 seconds on 16 gigs. Lovely jubbly. Well, let's see what happens here. So we're gonna have a little bit of a dual vlog here between you, and we'll see. Oh, that was gross. See if this camera is actually gonna let me take the data off, because I plugged it in with the old SD card and it came up with this weird error like your permissions have been revoked or something like that, and I'm like, that's never happened. So I'm wondering if something really bad went wrong with this here micro SD. These things do burn out over time, right? They're just sequentially written pieces of shit. If it works with the 16 gig, what I may do is go out and purchase a new 32 gig so I can at least get an hour and a half of recording on it. They're about 17 bucks. A 64 gig's 35, so I might even go that route and give myself a little bit more recording time. Still gotta locate where the hell I put those batteries for this thing. Swap those out, but let's see if I can actually extract the data from this camera now. So where the hell did I put that cable? Right here. Are you plugged in? No, you're not plugged in. Well, let me get this cable plugged into something here, and we'll plug it into here. Okay, so it does. This cable here is sketchy as balls. Okay, throw this one here away. I had a new cable somewhere. Right here. Right here. It's a shame because everything's gone USB-C and micro USB. It's hard to find cables with this end on it. Really hard. This one here came with one of those GoPro clone cameras, and I'm hoping it works because it's never been used. It's pretty much brand new. I don't know, man. It was just fun filming with a GoPro. It was like, it reminded me of back in the day of the flip cams, and those were good times. What the fuck was that? I plugged in the cable and the screen did this like funky thing. Is that USB port shot? Like, what's really going on here? Oh, fuck a duck. Now what? Okay, I'm gonna yank the battery, reinstall the battery, completely reboot the GoPro. If I plug in this here cable, okay, that's a good sign. Red light means it's taking a charge. Just gonna sit this down on the desk, press and hold the power button. The USB device you connected to this computer malfunctioned, but it brings up the display. Can I extract the footage? Okay, it's letting me extract the footage. So I'm starting to think, guys, that the problem with the GoPro was the SD card. It's basically at its end of life. And I've had that SD card for a long time. And the thing is they are sequential, right? Like, you've probably seen the video by Linus Tech Tips where he bought this goofy adapter from wherever, and you can put up to 8 SD cards on it and turn it into an SSD. And the thing was about as fast as a 5400 RPM hard drive. So like the total cost, it was like 30 bucks for the adapter card, and then he went out and bought a bunch of 64 gig SSD or SD cards, stuck them on the thing. Like, he bought 8 of them, and that gave him about 500 gigs, we'll say. When he did the sequential read-write, it was okay. When he did a random read-write test, it was dog slow, because SD cards are meant to write in sequential. They're not like a hard drive where your file just gets exploded all over the drive and there's an index file telling the computer where on the drive to look to get these files so that it can load them in time. Hence the term defragging your hard drive, which basically takes all the files and puts them in order and sequential for faster access. Nowadays you don't need to do that. It was a thing back in the day that you had to do, is defrag your hard drive. It's not really a thing now because technology just got awesome. Alright guys, we're testing out the GoPro Hero again because I freaking love filming with this stupid camera. We're good on juice. Basically, I want to take a rip over to Shoppers and get that protein powder and see if they have a shaker cup like my colleague at work got, because it's a freaking nice one. And then probably come back, run some cardio or something, do a workout, and then have a shower and get off to work. Actually, while I'm out, I might stop off at the grocery store and see if they got anything for dinner, because I'm getting kind of hungry. I have food. I can make like chicken or something. Not so big deal, but my big concern is if replacing. Why is there a Bort Longyear truck alongside my yard? Anyway. Jesus Christ, is this like a Bort Longyear friggin' reunion? Like, look at this shit. Got a Bort Longyear truck there, one across the street. Is it like Union Local 63 meeting in front of Skiven's house? What's really going on? Anyway, let's jump in Truckosaurus here. Get you guys set up on the mount. And let's rip tin over to Shoppers and get some isolate protein. Yeah. Oh, it's that time of day where the sun is bright and the road is invisible. Yeah, we'll see how that looks in post. But yeah, last night at work I'm sitting there and I'm outside on my lunch and I'm thinking, man, it'd be nice to have a faster rendering computer. Like, I'm using the XPS 8300 to render all my videos and shit, and I'm like, it'd be nice to get like a Ryzen core, or maybe just rip the motherboard out of that one there instead of having the second generation i7 and putting a new micro ATX board into it with a new processor. And then I got thinking, I'm like, I barely game anymore. Like, I'm barely using my gaming computer. That thing's been turned off now for a solid week, maybe even longer. Then I got to really thinking, you know, that gaming desk is an atrocity. It's a freaking mess, right? It's just wires everywhere and shit and in the way. So I got to thinking, like, what if instead of buying or building a new computer, I just used that computer? It's powerful enough to save myself some money, take the XPS 8300, move it into the bedroom to watch videos on. Yeah, it's kind of a high-powered rig to be as a video player. Even move it downstairs to replace the expired XPS 9000 and take that thing out to the garage and rip it apart and figure out why the hell it's doing what it's doing. If I can recover it and get it working again, sweet. If not, well, whatever. Take the good stuff out and bin it. It's a shame. It'd be a good video player for the bedroom. i7, 920, 9 gigs of RAM. Perfect in the bedroom just to play some movies and shit while I'm sleeping. Like right now I'm using that old crusty red Dell laptop from 2004, which, you know, 14-year-old laptop still kicking. You got to appreciate that. Gotta appreciate that. So that's what I was thinking. Like, if I just modify my room, get that desk the frig out of there, like, just throw that thing in the garbage, because, you know, I chopped it up and stuff, and that would open up the whole room, and then I'd be able to do what I really want to do, and that's get into VR. Like, I'd love, like, my buddy has this Oculus Rift VR system, and I went over to his house on, was it Monday night? Monday or Tuesday, one of the times I was off. I went over there and he set it all up, and we were playing some games on it, and he had a boxing game on there, and it's freaking cool. Like, you get punched in the face in the game and your vision gets all blurry and shit, and it's pretty sweet. And I went 4 rounds with the guy before I finally knocked him out. But, like, you gotta play boxing. Like, you gotta keep your hands up and parry the punches, and then, you know, when you see him let his guard down, just unload on him, just give him the left rights. And when I was done my 4 rounds, I was like sweating like I did high intensity interval training. My heart rate was right. I'm not even wearing my friggin' Fitbit right now. I took it off to charge it because it was at 10%. Forgot to put it back on. Shit. Oh well. Let my wrist breathe for a bit. But yeah, like, it was by far the best cardio training I ever had in my life, playing a video game. And then we played another one called Loadout or Shootout, or I can't remember now. Basically it's PUBG in VR. And fart cans on Hondas, boys. It was actually a lot of fun. We had a blast playing that one too. And it's like, I'm sitting there and I'm playing it, and I'm like, what button is it to crouch? And he's like, dude, just crouch. I'm like, oh yeah, right, because I'm actually immersed in the game. So, like, crouched on the ground, and I'm like hiding behind this little barricade with my gun,
And then he's like, don't forget it. It's like, if you know where the guy is on the inside of the barricade, you can just lift your arm up with your gun and start shooting. And if it hits, it hits. So that's what I did. Like, I'm hiding behind the barricade, and I lifted my gun up, and I was doing things where I was putting my gun around the corner of, like, I knew there was a guy on the other side of the wall. So I would just take my gun, put it on the other side of the wall, and start ripping the trigger and getting kills that way. And it was really cool. Like, whole different way to game. And the thing is you get a workout doing it, because you're not just sitting in a computer chair pressing WASD and moving the mouse around. You're actually physically using your corpse to manipulate this character in the game. And it's pretty badass, I do say so myself. So I've been wanting VR for a while. Only thing that's been keeping me from doing it is I got no room. Like, I can't play downstairs because Oreo has no... He doesn't understand boundaries. And, like, you see how he's always, like, right on me when I'm cooking or cleaning or doing anything, and I step on him. With a VR helmet, it's going to be even harder, because I really won't be able to know where he is, and I'm really going to crush the poor little guy. And he doesn't realize what he's doing. He's just a dog, right? He just wants to hang out and get involved. So that's what I'm thinking. That might be kind of cool. Alright, well, that Shoppers Drug Mart sucks. So let's take a rip over to the other one, because my colleague said he got it at Shoppers. But he got it at the one down on Lakeshore. I don't feel like traveling that far. So I'm going to give the other one on this end of town a try and see how that turns out. Because it's a lot bigger than this one here. And I was asking the lady in there, I'm like, do you have any of that Isolate? It's called Isolate protein. Can't remember the exact who makes it, but... And she's like, oh, what we have is here. And she's like, this is a really good one. And she hands it to me, and it's like 13 grams of carbs, 60 grams of protein. I'm like, holy shit, 13 grams of carbs? Crying out loud. But yeah, 16 grams of carbs in a friggin' protein shake. Then they had another one there, and she's like, this is good for a meal replacement, and it's basically mixed berry flavored. Have you ever seen the show Letterkenny, when those guys talk about shredding the red? Basically, it's this all-in-one meal replacement that gives you like antioxidants and all sorts of different stuff, but it does have a side effect on people where it causes you to shit really hard, like really hard. It's got 20 grams of protein, 7 grams of carbs, dietary fibers, all sorts of different junk in it, but it does have a laxative effect on some people because it's got the medium chain triglycerides in it as well. And some people have it, like when I first started with the MCT oil, yeah, I had that effect. I was getting the shits like after every coffee, and it was water poops, like a diarrhea straight up. And I was warned that could happen. I should have eased myself into the MCT oil. I did not. So, whatever. It's fine. Hey, look at that, a boat on the side of the road. Free boat. Oh no, there's a guy tying it down. Hope he realizes you can't go fishing there. There's no lake. I hope he realizes this. There, I'll close the window. Get a little bit of AC turned on here. I'm gonna have to grab gasoline for this thing soon. I'm down to a quarter of a tank. In the old G6, this would have been a half a tank. 184 kilometers left to empty. So we'll try out the other Shoppers and see if they have the shit. Otherwise, I'm going to chalk it up as another one of his lies. Because that's one problem with this guy is he tends to make story. Oh, you know what? Let's go this way. Let's take the back roads. So one problem I have with this guy is he tends to bullshit a lot. Like, talks about all these jobs he does and makes all this money, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh man, I can't afford to fix the brakes on my car. And it's like, you just need new pads, bud. Like, what's the big freaking deal? So it doesn't make sense. And he said that shaker cup that he bought was $6 at. That's why I was excited. I'm like, holy shit, this is a 24-ounce shaker cup, and it comes with the mixing ball built into it. One of those kind of looks like an egg beater. But they have them at Shoppers, and they're $19.99, 20 bucks. And after the government takes their share, you're pretty close to 25 freaking dollars for the damn thing. So, no, that's not the cost. But it's one of those, like, you know, whatever. I just take everything he says with a grain of salt, which is what a lot of you guys do with me. But that's all right. I don't give a fuck. So, let's go see if this place has it. If not, well, maybe he did order it from Amazon and it showed up with a Prime time. Because Amazon Prime, man, I'm telling you, they don't mess around. Like, if I were to order something on Amazon Prime before 2 p.m., it'd be at my door tomorrow. That's pretty cool. You know, and it's like when I go to like Future Shop or now Best Buy. So I keep calling it Future Shop. It's like when I go to Best Buy or to Staples and I want to get something that should be in stock because the website says it's in stock, and I get there and they're like, yeah, we don't have any left. You can order it online. And I said, yeah, Amazon probably has them. That's what I say all the time. Amazon probably has them, because to me, ordering online, I'm going to go through Amazon because normally they got a better price. And that's what Buddy said. At Staples and Best Buy, they'll price match, but they will not price match Amazon Prime deals. And that's fine. You don't want to price match that. That's no problem. I'll shop there. Then you got all these stores bitching and moaning. So Amazon's killing our business. It's not right. You guys should support local businesses. Okay, well, Walmart's not really classified. Oh, I do have my phone on me. I was about to say, wait a second. How does this thing read my phone? Sorry, I just got sidetracked. Happens. But, no, I was like, if you want people to support your business, have stock. Like, our Walmart is pitiful. You walk in there, the grocery section is great. Everything else sucks. You know, they never have what you need or what you want. Now they're promoting, oh, just go to walmart.ca, order what you want, they'll ship it to the front desk, and we'll call you in a couple days to pick it up. Or I could order it off amazon.ca, and tomorrow there'll be a box on my porch with my shit in it, and I don't have to come back to Walmart to pick it up. So, and then Walmart's all bitching like nobody's supporting their local community Walmart. Walmart's a mega chain. Who cares about supporting them bastards? Like, I'd rather support Amazon, despite what people think of the company. You know, at least there, they don't have it in stock. They tell you on the website. You ever been on Walmart's website? Holy shit. Well, maybe the US Walmart's not too bad, but whoever they hired to make the Canadian Walmart site should have been fired out of a cannon into the sun, because that person had no idea what they were doing when it came to coding a website. No freaking clue. So I was looking up other things on the internet there last night. Brush cutters. Because I'd really love to go toe-to-toe with those raspberry bushes. I wish my hedge trimmer, which I know you're not supposed to use for that, but it works. I wish that hedge trimmer had a pole on it so I could stand upright and not have to bend over all the time hacking away at them. And I also wish I had either a wood chipper or B, a fire pit, because it'd be just so much easier to burn all that wood rather than just toss it or mulch it up and put it somewhere. Like on the front lawn or something. Does that car have a parachute on the back? Oh no, it's a bike rack. Let's say, dude, it's a friggin' Lancer. You don't need a parachute. You're not going that fast. Oh, we'll come and check out this here. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So, pop in over here. Go to Chiapas Drug Mart. See if we can get some prouts. And if they don't have it here, then I'm going to chalk it up as my colleague is fat mouth and a liar, and just say frig it. Because I know Amazon has the stuff I want. I saw it on there. But like, he brought the tub in last night in a shopper's bag, so you know, it was pretty convincing. But you go to Shopper's website and it's garbage. You can't look up products. Like, I don't know why these people make websites that just suck. Like, even Best Buy's website sucks. There should be an option to see, show me what's in my store, so you can physically look at what's in your store and know what stock they have. But they don't have that anymore on the bestbuy.ca. It's like it shows you all this shit from Mike's Computers and stuff. Like, no, I want to buy from Best Buy, not Mike's Computers. I want to buy from Mike's Computers, I'll fucking go on his website. All right, I'll be back. I guess all I can really say is he's a liar and a fat mouth, because they didn't have anything in there different from the store by my house, and they had a lot more selection, a lot more flavors of the same shit. But that brand did not exist. So, yeah. And I don't feel like driving all the way down to Lakeshore just to be let down. Because I'll be like, hey dude, yeah, I went to all 3 of the shoppers in town and none of them had it. What the fuck kind of game you playing? He'll just be like, oh, well, they must have sold out. They must have sold out. They're out of it. You're going to have to order it online like I did. I mean, go to Shoppers Drug Mart when they have it in stock. Whatever. I'll just go to Nature's Harvest down on Main. Surge usually has that shit in. Actually, he has the better kind, the ON way. I like that kind. That dickhead's probably coming out this way, yeah. Alright, so let me cut across here. Try not to hit that old lady. And I'm just going to park in front of the Hortons, even though I don't plan on going to the Hortons. Well, if it was last night, it would have been the Canadian Tire friggin' car show. Alright, I'm going to go into No Frills and get something to cook. Burb. Well, I guess it wasn't a complete loss, because look at this, guys. Look at this car. Oh, you can't see shit. It's too friggin' dark. Anyway, let's get the frig out of here. Got ourselves a steak to cook when we get home. And remember when I said I needed... Okay, you got the right of way, bud. I got the stop sign. You're fucking dumb. You're fucking dumb. Get out of your car and walk. But, yeah. I needed coffee, right? $29 for 100 coffees for Keurigs. $29 for 100 coffees. That's pretty damn solid, I do say so myself. Man, she's bumpy there. Wow, that exit needs some maintenance. So I checked their vitamin aisle, because that's normally where you find stuff like whey proteins and shit. And they just had the same stuff that you can find at Walmart. So, yeah. I'll go down and visit Serge over at Nature's Harvest on my days off. He's got the ON way. He's got the good shit. He's got a lot of nutritional information. He's where I learned a lot of my stuff back in the 2000s. He's the one where I was talking about getting a gym membership, and he said, you know what? He goes, give me 50 squats right now. I'm like, what, in the store? And he goes, yeah. And I said, I don't know if I can do that. And he goes, then you don't need a gym membership. He goes, if you can't do 50 sit-ups, 50 push-ups, and 50 squats, he goes, you're not ready to go to the gym and lift. He goes, like, if you can't carry your own weight, why should you be carrying other weights? And it made sense to me. Like, made complete sense. So, that's why I haven't gotten a gym membership yet. I'm actually thinking about starting this thing, planking. Not that stupid shit they do on YouTube where they lay flat on a bench or on someone's car. Or, no, that's just dumb. It's where you support yourself up from your tippy toes and your elbows, and you keep your whole body off the ground. And it sounds easy, but it's not. But it builds up a nice core. Like you'll end up building your lower back and your abs and your legs and all that there as you're holding your weight off the ground. And you start off small. There's a planking challenge. I downloaded the JPEG of it, and it's a 30-day planking challenge. And by the end of the 30 days, you'll be able to plank for 2 minutes straight and not die. And I'm thinking, if you can do that for 2 minutes straight, you're probably going to dump a lot of sweat and have one hell of a heavy heartbeat, and calories are going to be falling off you like crazy. So, we're going to head home, probably cook a steak. I think I might skip the workout tonight because I've been working out pretty much every night, and apparently you should have some rest period to let your body regenerate. So I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to take a day off and then get back at her tomorrow. Like even with the, I already got 50 minutes in of workout today because last night I did the, I walked around the building a bunch of times, and by walk I mean I power walk, and my heart rate usually sits around 117, 118, 120 while I'm doing it because I'm really pushing myself. I can't really run because the impact on my knees sucks, but one day we'll work around that. I'm pretty sure if I keep doing some leg presses and build up muscle gradually, that issue will resolve itself. Fix it by working it, you know. But yeah, it's getting kind of late. It's already 8 o'clock. I gotta leave in 2 hours. I want to edit this up and get it up to the YouTubes. I just want to chill for the rest of the night. So I think we fixed the GoPro. I'm gonna have to get a new SD card for this thing. I'm probably gonna have to go and, like, this one works, but it's really small. That's the only downside. So that's kind of annoying. Like 45 minutes of recording. Pretty sure this SD card's already full after this drive, but the battery seems to be holding out. She hasn't dropped the bar yet. Well, she just dropped the bar, so that's pretty good. Maybe I just needed to recycle the battery big time in that 2K mode yesterday, because I got the battery right dead. And don't even ask for that video, guys, because that video was deleted and the footage is gone too. So there's no way I can upload that one to YouTube's. But anyway, let's go home. I'll show you this good big box of coffee. I bought some sparkling water too. It's flavored raspberry lime. Should be pretty interesting. Chuck that in the fridge and maybe have one of those for dinner or something. I don't know. And I bought a Caesar salad kit because I freaking love Caesar salad. That's what I say, man. When I say I'm not straying away from keto, but I'm not following it exact. I'm going to keep the carbs down, but I'm just going to use fat to curb my appetite. And I'll keep working out and I'll keep losing weight. I know it. I'm almost tempted to go back on my old diet. High protein, moderate carbs, low fat. Almost tempted to. But we'll still keep playing this out. Anyway, I'm almost home, guys. I'll chime in then. Alright, guys. This is what we got going on. I bought 2 of these Dole Caesar salad kits. They're pretty damn good. They're... How many grams are in here? So they're not too bad. They're pretty good. Caesar salad kits. A little high in the carbs, but That's what I say when I'm kind of straying off of the, I need some freaking dietary fibers, right? So, and the steaks I bought are Ontario corn-fed beef. Pretty good size. Little spendy, but boneless blade steak club pack. Cut from Canada, AA or higher. Nice freaking steaks for sure. So I'm gonna have one of those tonight, one of those tomorrow night. This is the coffee I bought. 100 medium roast coffee pods, individually wrapped. So that's freaking cool. Big time, big fan of that. And I bought this Nestle Pure Life sparkling carbonated water. It's 0% across the board. No sugars, no carbs, no proteins, no calories. It's just water with carbon monoxide into it. Flavored. Should be good. Alright, so steaks in the cooker. Everything else is good. I have no idea what I did with my dart. It's probably upstairs. So I went up there and unloaded the phone and shit. Forgot to grab my Fitbit. That's got to be charged by now. And I think I'm going to end this vlog seeing how the camera is working the way it should. Just at a lower capacity due to the fact that we have no freaking SD card. Hey Google, turn on the studio lights.
Sure, turning on the studio lights.
So that's a thing. But anyway, people, I'm going to shut this video down here. And I think getting rid of this entire desk, it's going to open up this room. Probably do something with that table too. It's got the printer on it and a bunch of other junk. Move that computer over to my desk. And the only thing is that gaming monitor. I'd have to move that over here too. I'll think of something. I'll think of something. I always do. But anyway, people, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, peace the frig out.